This is Edexcel's paper 2 from 2020 for the GCSE foundation tier, and we're on question 1, and it says write 0.37 as a fraction. So what we can do is we can write the 37, so the 37 of the 0.37 there, and then put it over 1 with as many zeros as there are numbers after the decimal point. So we can see we've got 2 numbers after the decimal point, so it becomes 37 over 100. On question 2, we've got to write this number, which is 29,381, to the nearest thousand. So we need to know where the thousands column is. This is the thousands column here. So we're rounding it up, so we're doing it to the nearest thousand there. So we're looking at the numbers after this thousands column. So here's the hundreds column. And because the number in the hundreds column is only 3, then that means we keep the number in the thousands column as it is. So it becomes 29,000, and we write zeros as placeholders just so that the 9 remains in the thousands column. So that's the number 2 done. And number 3, we've got to simplify this algebraic expression. So we've got 3e minus e plus 4e. So we can add these together, as we can say 3 and then minus 1e will give us 2e, but then plus 4e. So we can say, well, overall we've got 2 e's plus 4 e's, and that will give us 6e. So that's that one. And in part 4, we've got to write a 1/4 as a percentage. And one of the ways that we can do that is if we can turn the bottom number into 100, the top number becomes the percentage. So we can see that we'd have to times the bottom there by 25 to give us 100 on the bottom of the fraction. And then if we times the top by the same number, because we have to do that if we're doing it with a fraction, we have to do the same thing to the top and bottom of the fraction. That gives us 25 over 100, which means it's 25%. Moving on to question 5, it says here's a list of numbers, and from the numbers in the list we've got to write down a cube number. So a cube number is a number which we can get by cubing any other number. So for example, if we were to cube the number 2, that would be 2 cubed there. That would mean 2 times 2 times 2, and that would be 8. And that would mean that 8 is a cube number. So to find a cube number in this list, probably the best way to do it is to first of all start by cubing 2, and we get 8. And we can see that's not in the list. So let's go on to the next number. So let's cube 3. And we can see that 3 cubed means 3 times 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. Then we have to times that by 3. And that gives us 27. So that means that 27 is a cube number. And we can see there it is in the list. So that's our answer to that one, 27. Looking at question 6, we can see that Lizzie's watching a film at the cinema and the film started at 14:30. So that's a time, and that's in 24-hour clock. 14:30 actually would be the same as saying it's 2:30 p.m. or 2:30 in the afternoon. But that's it written in what's called 24-hour clock. So it says the film is 105 minutes long. And when the film ends, Lizzie's going to take 20 minutes to get to the bus stop, and the bus is leaving at 16:45. So is she going to have enough time to get to the bus stop? So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to add these two times together, the 105 minutes and the 20 minutes, and we can see that that would give us 125 minutes. And I'm now going to turn that into hours and minutes. So because there are 60 minutes in an hour, then if we divide the 125 by 60, we can see it goes in twice. So that's 2 hours with 5 minutes left over. So it's 2 hours and 5 minutes. So I'm going to add that, now it's written in hours and minutes, onto the 14:30. So I've got 14:30 plus 2 hours and 5 minutes. And we can see that gives us 16:35. So because that's earlier than the time the bus is leaving, which is 16:45, we can say that yes, Liz does have enough time to get the bus. So I hope that's been helpful to you, and I'll be continuing to go through the rest of the questions in this paper. So if it's been helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.